my last one here for you is I want to know, how does it feel when you get your check-ins back from us? And it's like, we put a lot of detail in them. Most coaches just are like, here's your workout, and then you don't get to hear anything. Or here's your new food, but you don't hear anything. And we put a lot of details in our check-in. And so that way, basically, we can showcase how hard you've been working. How does it feel when you get those back?
Good, normally. I would say it's good to hear some positive feedback. It's good to know what to work on. I would say that, just it kind of tells you like what you should continuing to doing, what you could improve, and what you have been doing, which is good to hear all of those things to be able to continue to improve, because if you don't hear feedback, it's kind of hard to make any changes.
Right.
Yeah, because I know exactly what you're talking about, because Nick had a coach, and that's what she did. She had like a workout plan for him, and it was like, here's your next 6 weeks. Call me in 6 weeks. And then she never followed up. Nick was pretty unimpressed about that. But yeah. So I totally understand what you're talking about.
I didn't know that Nick had a coach before. How long ago was that?
Last year, he had a coach for running.
For running.
He's trying to. He has this big dream one day that he'd like to run the Boston Marathon. So he was, before COVID, was really on like a strict, regimented running schedule that he was trying to do. But when COVID happened, we didn't have a treadmill. We only had like this tread climber thing, so it wasn't like as good for his running. So he was running outside as much as he could. And then he was running, but then it gets into his busy season at work and stuff like that also has complicated things. But he's back on, now that we got our new treadmill, he's back on to running lots again. So he's trying to build it up again. Yeah.
That's good. And so last year when he hired this girl and she would say, here's your workout, and not follow up in 6 weeks, but say that's the next time you're going to talk. How much does that cost for, like, there's no tailoring thrown at them. There's no check-ins. Like, how much does that cost?
It was like $500.
And totally not worth it.
No, it was like every week basically was like 1 mile more to run for each week. That was about it. Like, that's all the tailoring that it was. There was no tailoring. And then he called her after the 6 weeks and she never got back to him. He tried like messaging her a few times and she never got back, and he was pretty pissed off, and then just was like, you know what, I don't need you. I can add an extra mile to running myself. So.
Was there anything else included?
Nothing.
$500, 6 weeks, every week, add a mile. I'll talk to you in 6 weeks and never talk to you.
Yeah.
That is why so many coaches have such bad rep, because they don't care. That's really upsetting.
Yeah. So it is what it is. He was just like, whatever, I'm gonna, he's always been like, Nick's always been fairly active. Yeah. And when he lived in the Yukon after Lakehead for a while, and he was doing like strenuous hiking, and running, like he went all the way. So he was living in Carcross, and he would run and hike to Whitehorse like regularly, which is a long distance. So yeah, he's really interested in getting to the Boston Marathon at one point in time, but with COVID and everything has kind of made it harder for him, but he's training. Like, now he's training because we have the treadmill.
And he's putting that $500 good use, 1 extra mile a week.
So
Oh, that breaks my heart a
he's
little.
realizing it's taking him longer to get back up because
Yes.
he did stop for a while, but he's
But he's probably going to notice he's going to start at some point just bouncing back too.
yeah.
Awesome.
See what
Well,
happens.
yes. Well, thanks for all this. I mean, really, I love to learn from all my clients, and you're teaching me about how easy this can be. And I really appreciate this feedback.